here we go. Chapin leading by 4 points, 30-26, as the 113-pounders are on the floor. For Chapin, you've got Austin Reid in blue. And for Belton-Honea, I believe that might be Kyle Lowe.
And Chapin scores the first takedown. And gives up a reversal right away.
Actually, that's Parker Peeples for Belton-Honea. Tied 2-2. Austin Reid, a senior for Chapin, working against Peeples, who is a sophomore. Very young team for Belton-Honea.
Yeah, Chapin's going to be graduating some people this year.
Upperclassmen and underclassmen. Chapin, very senior-heavy team.
Tell you what, bottom man, Chapin wrestler needs to work here. This team's depending on him to ice this match. If he wins, it's iced, but if he loses this match, BHP is in it.
Well, all Chapin needs is a decision.
It's a decision. And then there'll be barring some kind of penalty point on top of a pin, they'd be assured of a victory.
And that's all Belton-Honea needs is a decision.
Right.
To force it into the 14th and final match.
So far, this one's been pretty even. A takedown and a reversal right off the bat.
Well, Bill, you said the fans were going to get their money's worth here in the 3A championship. Indeed they have.
I know I've been enjoying this match. A lot of good wrestling, a lot of intense wrestling. I think we have another blood timeout, BHP.
For Belton-Honea and for Chapin. Bill, I'm going back to match number 9, the 195-pound class, when Bowie pulled the upset.
Yes.
Scored the pinfall.
Big match for BHP. It just wasn't an upset win. It was an upset with a pin, and that was huge for them.
Yeah, that was over Devin Lawrence, who
right. I'm sure
outstanding wrestler for Chapin.
I know that wasn't Chapin's plan, and that really kept BHP in this match.
30 seconds remaining here in the first. BHP trying to roll him over, going for the pinfall, but he avoids.
Nice job, and I don't think there's any back points awarded there.
Austin Reid able to keep his shoulders up. People's trying to roll him over.
He's got an arm bar in, and he's trying to work it. Arm bar in the far wrist.
Time is going to expire, though. That's it for the first period. Tied at 2 apiece.
Chapin has choice, and they're going to defer.
What do you do here now that the choice is yours for Parker Peeples and BHP? Do you want neutral? Do you want bottom, top?
He's going to choose bottom and try and get some more points to break this deadlock, and I think that's smart because he did get a reversal before, so Chapin hasn't been successful thus far in riding him, so he probably feels confident that he can at least get an escape, if not a reversal.
And ultimately try to follow the escape or reversal up with some back points. That's really the ultimate goal.
If he gets an escape, he's going to want to try and get a takedown and then work the back. And he came close to getting an escape there and ran out of bounds. He's now looking like he's trying to get his hips over to get a reversal. He's turning in and potentially dangerous situation, and I think Chapin is hurt.
Yeah,
they gave
official right there. I mean, he just came springing in.
They have given
BHP
a point for an escape, so they gave him the escape since they had to stop the situation for the injury.
And it appears Austin Reid has a prior injury. He has that shoulder wrapped. Not sure if that was the shoulder that he took.
It looks that way. He's holding that arm close. He looks like he's in a lot of distress right now, and hopefully he'll be able to continue this match, because if he cannot continue, since it was not an injury caused by an illegal hold, he'll have to forfeit, giving Belton-Honea 6 points. So hopefully he'll be able to tough this out and try and continue. But he does look like he's in an awful lot of pain in that shoulder.
Well, fans, the mission of the South Carolina High School League is to create and foster a wholesome athletic environment through fair competition, strong leadership, effective programs, and healthful practices. encouraging excellence and developing productive citizens. That's the message from the South Carolina High School League, Jerome Singleton, commissioner.
Okay, he is going to continue, but you can tell that he's having a lot of difficulty with that shoulder.
Let's take a look at the replay here, Bill. What do you see?
I'm not sure what happened. It just looked like, it really didn't look, it was incidental. It didn't look like BHP actually did anything. It just looked like his shoulder just went on it. And with shoulder injuries, oftentimes that can happen when the shoulder is that weak. Just a little bit of pressure the wrong way can injure it.
How about Austin Reid, though, battling through the injury?
It's very fortunate that they started back on their feet so that he's not getting a lot of pressure put from in the bottom position on that shoulder. But he's got to keep from getting taken down here.
Austin Reid showing his toughness, battling through the injury because he did not want to give up a forfeit.
No. And he's down by a point, but he really does not want to get on bottom because obviously the BHP wrestler riding the arm bars that he does would not be good for that shoulder. He needs to find a way to score here.
Peeples pushing in on Austin Reid. Peeples in the red, Reid in the blue. Going for the shot is Peeples.
Chapin needs to do a better job when somebody shoots and is on their knees. You want to try and snap their head and get into your short offense situation and score. It's a good opportunity that was just missed. There's another stall call. That might be a point. I think that's the second call. No, they're saying it's the first call. The BHP, yep, that is a point. So it's going to be a point against Chapin on the stall.
We're even now, actually 3 apiece.
They need to change the scoreboard. They gave the point to BHP. It should be 4-2.
Yeah, they corrected it. Yep, 4-2. Belton-Honea Path and Peeples. Belton-Honea Path can walk away with a decision here. They can force the final match for the state championship.
There's another quick stall point. That's another point for Belton-Honea Path. If Chapin gets called again, it'll be 2 points, and if he gets called one more time after that, it'll be disqualification.
Time expires here in the second with Peeples and Belton-Honea Path on top now 5-2, trailing by 4 on the team score.
And this is
Belton-Honea Path trying to force this to the 14th and final match, the 120-pounders with the championship on the line.
The Chapin coaches were suggesting that he choose the top position, but he shook them off and wanted to go on the bottom. And that's risky. He needs the points, but with his shoulder injured like that, it's fair. That was a risky decision. He's going to have to move here. Potentially dangerous. Stopped it for the wrestler's safety.
Minute 46 remaining here. What has been a nail-biter of a 3A state championship. From the first match all the way to the 13th here. And one more possibly to go unless Austin Reid can rally for Chapin and post some points on a decision. Peeples really working.
And Chapin's got to be careful here. He's already been dinged for stalling several times. Oh, he's starting to get him over. He's getting his count.
Trying to get him on his back. If Peeples can get Reid over, he feels like he might have it. He's trying to flex his hips over. Reid able to get out of that somehow, some way.
Does a good job, and he wants to just hang on that leg there. They'll probably call a stalemate, but he wants to eat up some clock. I think now he's not looking so much for the victory as not to give up bonus points.
But points. So back points for Belton-Honea Path.
There's another stall call, and that's 2. If Chapin gets called for stalling again, it's a disqualification. So Chapin really has to work. He's got 30 seconds here. He cannot lay around, or he'll be DQ'd, and Belton-Honea Path will get 6 points. And Belton-Honea Path coaches are wanting that stall call.
Reid trying to flip himself over, but Peeples is right there with the leverage.
He's got to work. He's got to work. It would be a gutsy call to DQ a kid in the state finals on stalling, but if he's not working, this referee will do it.
Time expires. And Belton-Honea draws within 1 point, and they force a 14th and final match for all the marbles. State championship trophy is on the line, and it's going to be on the shoulders of the 120-pounders.
Winner takes all in this match. Whoever wins this championship. But credit to that Chapin kid for, even though he was injured, keeping the points to just the decision, not giving up the bonus, fighting through that pain.